So Iran has finally won the war. You know that, right? Iran, yes, they have shamed the United States of America. It's crazy, but we gotta talk about it. You know, I always say to people, sometimes you have to be stubborn. Very, very stubborn. And it really doesn't matter who's facing you, what you have as an opposition. Fellas, do you know that Iran has won the war? You know that? Against the United States of America. Who thought that could ever be possible? Not you, certainly not me. But like I always say to people, sometimes you have to be stubborn, okay? When you know you are within your rights, don't let yourself be bullied. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Yes, Iran has won the war. How? Because the United States of America has finally come to the table to find concession so they can move forward. Why would American find concession with a country? Because America knows they cannot beat them militarily. America, if they're 100% sure they can destroy you, they will destroy you. In the same way they did with Saddam Hussein, in the same way we did with Afghanistan. Okay? They tried with Iran. It didn't work because these people are just relentless. So Iran is going to do something for America and America is going to do some things for Iran. So what will the US do for Iran? Number one, the US is removing its blockade. You remember that American blockade where they placed their ships to prevent Iran from shipping anything through the Strait of Hormuz? You know, the Strait of Hormuz is right here. This is where 20% of the oil, petroleum in the world moves, okay? The world depends on this place. When Iran blocked it, America also blocked it with ships. So America is going to remove the blockade. Number two, the United States of America will not put any more sanctions in Iran. And the old sanction will be removed. So no more sanction on Iran. You know, Iran has been sanctioned for the longest time because America believes Iran is trying to build the atomic bomb. And one of the best ways to, push Iran to come to the table was to sanction Iran. By sanction, mean they cannot sell anything to any country. They cannot buy anything from any country that cooperate with the United States of America. And if any country tries to sell or buy something from Iran, America will sanction it. That's how the world works. Number three, the United States of America will release $25 billion of frozen Iranian assets. Congratulations. This is Iranian money that's been frozen in other countries. It's their money. It's like you put your money in somebody else's bank and the bank say, you know what? You do not have access to your own money. $25 billion. America is releasing it for Iran. Number four, the United States of America will support a rebuilding plan for Iran. So $300 billion is going to be released to rebuild Iran. Why? Because they bombed it. These are boys, When you're talking about boys, these men are boys. In Africa, when you say boy, it means a man. If you are a boy, you must cross here. Iran told America, if you are a boy, you must come. Because remember, Trump threatened to send soldiers in Iran, on the ground. But he then probably had a talk with some serious people. And they told him, you know what? This is maybe not a good decision because you're going to have a lot of American bodies on the ground and American people will not love this for you. So three main things Trump is doing for Iran. No more blockade, number one. Number two, no more sanction on Iran. Number three, $25 billion on frozen Iran assets will be released. Number four, $300 billion on Iran. I mean, you're talking about winning. This is big winning. Iran has promised to clear mines. Okay? Remember they put mines under the water in the Strait of Hormuz. When they say to Americans and other people of the world, we are blocking the Strait of Hormuz because you're trying to bully us. They put mines. So these mines simply means if you try to cross with your ship, it's going to go kaboom. So Iran has promised to clear the mines. Number two, Iran has promised to stop all military action right away. They will not do any more attacks. Iran has also promised, that's the big one, to stop building nuclear weapons. That was the biggest concern for America and Israel. Not necessarily America. I think it's Israel that's really fearful of Iran's possessing nuclear weapon because they're just next door and they are the biggest enemy compared to America. And Iran has promised also to reduce help on its regional groups and proxies such as Hezbollah and stuff like that. Congratulations to everybody. Now, who's unhappy with the deal? Well, Israel is not very happy with the deal. Should we talk about this right now? We're not going to talk about this now. We talk about it on the next one. So again, like I said to you earlier, sometimes you need to not let yourself be bullied. I'm sorry, but I don't care which side you are on. I think it's the lesson that's more important here. Sometimes when you're facing somebody that's by far much stronger than you, sometimes you need to hold your ground because, war benefits nobody. Now, there's benefits for African people. What benefits? This war has been positive for Africans in some instances. How? Because since the Middle East, you can see Dubai, Qatar, and other places which hold many of the air carriers, aeroplanes that go to Asia, has been blocked or stopped or partially altered. Many of the aeroplanes are moving from different places of the world going to Asia via Africa. Let me explain. Ethiopia on a map, you see? Ethiopia is taking many people from America that try to go to Asia, for instance. Instead of going from the United States of America or New York to Qatar or New York to Dubai, then go to Singapore, people are going from New York to Addis Ababa, then Singapore, which is great for Ethiopian airline, good for business, good for tourism in Ethiopia, for those of the people that want to stay there for a night and visit. It's a beautiful opportunity for Africans. Congratulations. Yeah. Number 2 on what Africans have gained through this war. You must remember Africans, many countries used to get their oil from Iran and other Arab countries. Well, this man right here, Aliko Dangote, has done a tremendous job. You must remember Dangote a couple of years ago built the biggest refinery in Africa, refining Nigeria petroleum and selling to African nationals. And Aliko Dangote has played a major role on making things easy for African nations, because if everybody had to wait for the petroleum coming from the Middle East, I promise you we wouldn't have had enough money to buy bread or any of the food. And also the next thing is some of the countries in Africa like Angola has started a project that's been stalled for many, many years, creating their own refinery oil. Congratulations, you see that? So negativity on somebody else's house sometimes could be positivity for you. You just gotta be smart enough and profit from the opportunity. I remember many years ago I was in Central Africa and there was mayhem and havoc and people killing each other. And one of the biggest businessmen that I know told me, boy, war is a bad thing, but war is a great opportunity for business. I felt some type of way, like this man is making money out of people suffering. But whether he makes the money or not, somebody has to make the money. Somebody has to build the coffins for the people that are dying. Well, you may choose not to be you, but somebody's going to do it. Who's going to do it? Somebody needs to do it. So you need to be very flexible. Now, this war in Iran has created great opportunities for Africans. And I think it's a good thing for Africans to believe that they can actually provide for each other. Now, let's get back to Donald Trump. Why did the war had to stop? The war had to stop because, Donald Trump went through many things. These are some of the things that Trump went through. Well, Trump's approval rating dropped to around 40% in some polls. That's really bad. Number 2, the war was becoming unpopular amongst his own supporters. So even Americans that supported the war in the beginning didn't want it anymore. Number 4, it distracted him from his other plans. You become president to build the country, not to go to war and support a friendly country. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, fellas. Iran is the biggest winner here. I mean, $25 billion of frozen money is going to be available to them very quickly. They can now resell the oil to the international markets. And I hope Africans have learned from this and continue buying from Dangote and not revert back to slavery. Iran now, the regime says in power, and they've sent a strong message to the world saying, you know what? We cannot be bullied. We are not Venezuela. We are different kind of people. And the biggest message is to China and Russia. It shows that America, the United States, is not as invincible as the world believed. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. God bless.